You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. Five seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving.
Texting and driving causes
25% of all car accidents,
330,000 injuries per year, 1,600,000 accidents per year.
5 seconds is the minimal amount of time your attention is taken away from the road when you're texting and driving.
If you're traveling at 55 miles per hour, this equals driving the length of a football field without looking at the road.
Operators of vehicles participating in texting while driving were more than 23 times more likely to be in a crash.
Tell me your story.
I was texting and driving on the way home from school one time, and I looked down at my phone for too long, and once I looked back up, I was off the road and ran into a tree.
If your city had a ban on texting and driving, would you have still done it?
Yeah.
Do you still text and drive?
Well, at first after my accident, I was tentative because I was nervous that I might run off the road again, but now I've become more, I would say, bold about it, and I still continue to do it.
Do you think having a ban on texting and driving is effective?
Personally, I don't feel like the government should have a say in what I do in my car with my phone. It's my liberty to do what I want.
39 states plus D.C. prohibit all drivers from texting.
In South Carolina,
We're ranked number 1 in sending text messages while driving.
55% of people send text messages while driving, even though 78% believe it should be illegal.
Already, 6 cities, Camden, Clemson, Columbia, Sumter, Walhalla, and West Union have banned texting and driving.
You cannot no longer text or email and drive a motor vehicle in the city of Clemson.
Can you talk about the controversy with Clemson's campus not having a ban because it's state-owned?
Yeah, the reason the university don't actually have a city ordinance with it because it is a state agency.
Which age demographic tends to receive more tickets?
Without question, young people. And I say under the age of 25. Your younger demographics are still typically more as I'm an invincible mindset, and so it's still going to affect them more than probably your middle-aged crowd for time to come.
Do you think the ban in Clemson is effective?
There has been no statistics from my end on it that have seen focus specifically on the texting and driving law. However, based on my experience and what I've seen personally as an officer, most certainly has dropped a great deal over the last 2 years. You know, we would like to see more students putting the phone away when they're driving a motor vehicle, but it is, as far as enforcement purposes of it, is a little bit difficult to enforce because we have to actually see them doing it.
In Clemson, policymakers saw that texting and driving was an issue and a danger. To decrease this danger, they created a policy to ban texting and driving, which police officers enforce. This is an example of public health at work in Clemson because organized community efforts are creating and assuring an environment in which people can be holistically healthy.
How can this problem be fixed? In Clemson, there's a lack of knowledge about ban. To fix this, there needs to be an increased number of large signs around Clemson.
On an individual level, we can change our attitudes from thinking that accidents while texting and driving can't happen to us, and by changing our behavior of texting and driving. A few tips would be: place your phone out of reach while driving, out of sight, out of mind, and turn the volume down. There are also apps for smartphones that help with texting and driving.
The fine for any city ordinance in the city of Clemson can be $1,092. And like you think about it, sending a text message like that, that's an expensive text message when you get it.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on.